Greetings everyone, I'm back with another theory video. The Truth and Deceit arc is over, so I would like to theorize the upcoming arcs and their story. The first upcoming arc will be the Battle of Happiness arc, where Holly Berry and Eternal Sugar face off. From what we have seen from the Cuckoo Show in CRK, we could see that Eternal Sugar will befriend with Holly Berry. But in the end, Eternal Sugar will betray Holly Berry and steal her soul gem for the first part of the arc. We could possibly see the broken side of Holly Berry in this arc. Most of us believe that Holly Berry has the least trauma, but that is not true, since she takes berry juice as a coping mechanism and left her soul gem in the Holly Berry kingdom because she felt unworthy of it. And when she returned, she was shocked to see that her kingdom is still following her ethics. And since her virtue is passion, I could assume that ES will give her a lot of work and exhaust Holly Berry to easily rob the soul gem. But unlike the other ancients, Holly Berry won't give up even if she loses her soul gem, as she was even willing to sacrifice it to restore Pattaya's power. So I believe that the first part of the arc ES will physically exhaust her, then the second part ES will try to mentally exhaust her. We might see something like how Golden Cheese fought her way to get her soul gem, or Eternal Sugar could plan something like what SM and MF did, which is corrupting the soul gem through their user. Now after the Battle of Happiness arc will be the Battle of Solidarity arc. This is where Silent Salt and White Lily battle each other. Although WL left the Spire to train and practice her new Guardian powers, she could have another agenda, which is to battle SS, since his domain is nearby to Shadow Milk. And with the Guardian's power, WL should be able to stand her ground against SS.
One by one.
Silent Salt won't only beat her but will also probably kill her. Yes, finally I can theorize a bit on SS. In the Cuckoo Show, it showed that SS will beat White Lily and may kill her in the first part of the arc. Although it makes no sense, remember that plants can die to salt. Maybe Silent Salt won't really kill her but like take out her soul from her body. Maybe this arc will be about WL accepting she doesn't need her other part. She might somehow make herself whole again through awakening, maybe accepting her other half, DE, in a way. And learn to not leave her friends alone 24/7, just like how she left PV in the Spire and not telling anyone about going to Beast Yeast, and that caused the birth of DE. Ironic for the Cookie of Freedom looking for solitude, which is almost close to silence. Now about Silent Salt. The recent Chapter 8 story really changed my perspective towards SS. When PV said he saw a faint reflection that SM never noticed, I thought it was about Shadow Milk past self or something. But no, PV was actually talking about Silent Salt chilling at the back. So I decided to analyze this image for a bit, and realized that it's not possible for SS to be here. There's a YouTuber named GTALKS gave a theory to why Silent Salt is there. He said that SS behind the scenes could have helped the witches in sealing the beasts, since he became the beast of silence, which is the opposite of freedom. To actually properly follow that virtue, he must also silence the beasts and himself. When relooking at this scene again, I came to a realization. There is an angry cookie, and this could be one of the Spice Swarm cookie by Burning Spice. Him slicing Burning Spice is not a transition effect but a foreshadowing that he fought the Spice Swarm. Could this mean that Silent Salt is the last to be corrupted? Also, he sliced the moon, which is the source of power for magic in general. So he also basically killed off the source of dark moon magic for Shadow Milk. His corruption could be the fall of his kingdom, maybe the Spice Swarm and greedy civilizations that have been manipulated by SM attacked his kingdom, which in the end got destroyed, thus making him being raves with his people's ashes. That's why his armor could be black. Hopefully he is a bit like the opposite of WL in a DE way when we meet him. The next arc is the Ultimate Cookie arc. The Ultimate Cookie arc will be the final arc for the Beast Yeast Saga, and that is why DE will be released in this arc. If you have watched some of my small theories regarding about the Ultimate Cookie, you know that I have theorized that it could have a soul gem. As to why is because there are a lot of souls in the Ultimate Cookie along with a high amount of life energy. Wind Archer wanted to destroy it but he saw more within it. That's why instead of going for the kill, he decided to temporarily purify it so the souls can be at peace. And since there's a lot of soul, it could be possible that if the Ultimate Cookie is able to work with all of the souls within it with a single, it may create a soul gem. Sixth soul gem virtue would be life, but I assume it would go through a phase from despair, then hope, and lastly life. It's highly likely for a sixth soul gem to appear, since the whole saga is about the soul gems, and we may learn how a soul gem is actually created. DE could use the ultimate cookie as a vessel for power and to steal the Othef subjects, but would fail as maybe a soul could accidentally enter the body. Then the heroes could have been able to take the ultimate cookie away from DE, because I would like to also theorize that the ultimate cookie will also be like a baby since it's just been born. After all, this is the first cookie that will be actually made through a different method than the witches and wizards way. Or the ultimate cookie will be simply an antagonist that replaces DE. But it wouldn't make sense since DE is already strong on her own either way, as her cake witch is able to stand its ground against an elemental despite not being present for the entire time. So it will be very unlikely for her to be replaced anytime soon. And when the Beastyeast saga is over, a new saga will begin, and it could be related to time. Since Timekeeper is confirmed to arrive after the Beastyeast saga, she could be the antagonist for this saga, or she might join to help us prevent a catastrophe. But I preferred her as an antagonist, since why would she help our timeline when she could just destroy it with one swing? Or it's just an arc to prep us for the real saga, which could be Dark Flower War 2 saga, or the Draconic saga, which will have the dragon cookies, with Longan Dragon being the antagonist of the saga. There are many sagas to come, but how will it be placed and how will it go? We may get a beast redemption arc for each beast, or maybe meet more elementals that we have not met all across Earthbread. For instance, Hologrania continent has not been fully discovered yet, so we may get more lore from there. Or the unfinished arc for Black Pearl, since she theoretically is the new guardian of the sea, with Sea Fairy out of her duties. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you in the next video, where I will be gambling my soul on the costume banner skull. Also, what arc are you excited about? For me it would be the theoretical Dark Flower War 2 saga.